So you gave me the song Let the Lights On by Sorry. So this was released on the 12th of July. No, is it July or August? I don't know. I've written both.
I think it's July.
We'll say it's July if I'm wrong. It's not that big a deal. So yeah, released on the 12th of July on Domino Recording Company Limited, and it's just over 3 minutes long, and it's the second of 4 singles taken from the sophomore album Anywhere But Here, which came out on the 7th of October. And Sorry, I think I mentioned before, are a sort of North London indie band. They were formed by a duo of vocalists, songwriters, and multi-instrumentalists Asha Lorenz and Louis O'Brien, and they're childhood friends who've been making music together since their teens. And then you've got drummer Lincoln Barrett, bassist Campbell Baum, and Marco Pina on electronics to round out the band's lineup. So Let the Lights On itself opens with quite a nice bass rumble coupled with these sort of clanging, echoing stabs of guitar, and the rhythm and singing style for some reason reminds me a little bit of a more restrained version of the song I Love It by Icona Pop. I don't know if you know the song. It goes,
I don't know that.
It's the one that goes, I crashed my car into the bridge.
All right, yeah. Okay,
I don't care, like that one. So it's like sort of like a slightly somber version of that song. And the verse is really cool, but I think it's the chorus that really stands out for me. It's got this kind of wistful, lamenting melody intertwined with these stomping drums and like quite a wiry guitar lick and it's got just a sort of enough of a dirty guitar tone for me. I think it's quite a cool guitar tone they've got on there. Something really familiar about that melody as well, and I just can't put my finger on it. It's really annoying me. And weirdly, this is kind of a pointless story, but it reminded me of a tweet that I saw from Postcode Prom Queen, and they were like asking if anyone could confirm what the chorus of a song sounded like, and I was like, well, maybe it's the same song. Maybe they were having trouble with the same song, and then I spent ages going back to find this tweet, only to discover it was a completely different song. So I just wasted 15 minutes of my life. That song, by the way, was Earthquake by Revenge Wife, and it sounds completely different, and I still don't know what the chorus for either of those songs sounds like. So anyway.
It does have a pretty familiar sounding chorus, doesn't it? Well, the melody of the chorus.
Yeah, the melody is like so familiar, and it's really winding me up, and I just can't quite latch onto it. But anyway, like this is a pretty good song. Like really catchy melodies in there, memorable chorus. You kind of briefly mentioned that the lyrics are perhaps the opposite of what we heard on Sylvan Esso, but I'm not really sure. I haven't really written down any of the lyrics here, actually.
I think so. I mean, I think you're absolutely right. I've kind of written how, the song kind of opens with this cacophony of kind of that dirty, discordant kind of guitar sounds. There's a wee bit of kind of industrial type sounds somewhere in there, and there's a kind of general hubbub of wee voice samples, which I suppose are kind of used in similar sort of way to the Sylvan Esso single that we just talked about. And the vocals kick in fairly quickly about the kind of 18-second mark, and the lyrics are, I love you, I want to tell you that I love you because I love you, I want to look back and for you to look too. And again, similarly, I felt as if it was a really quite catchy, uplifting song, and I think you can't help but kind of get swept away in the sentiment of it all. For me, this kind of does feel like somebody's fallen in love, and they are like quite literally kind of shouting it from the rooftops. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I think it's great, and I think I'd given you that description of Safari's sound. I think I'd kind of read online that to listen to Sorry was to hear a safari of different sounds as eye-catching at the next, and I think that's a pretty apt description, to be honest. I've had a wee listen, like a cursory listen of the album, and I need to spend a bit more time with it, but it's different. It's definitely different. It's like this song opens or the album, because this is the first track on the album, and it's just,
Yeah.
you know, it starts off on a high, and that's immediately juxtapositioned with the second song on the album called Tell Me, which is very, very different. Like, it's a bit of a kind of roller coaster. It's not by no means bad or anything like that. It's quite a cool track, but yeah, very different and kind of mood and scent. But yeah, it's definitely an album I'm going to go back and kind of listen to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I think first time I listened to it, I was kind of like, yeah, it's all right. And then I think the more I listened to it, the more it just, yeah, because it's I suppose it's a little bit laid back maybe, but it's
weird, isn't it?
Kind of great. Yeah, it gets under your skin a wee bit.
There's kind of elements, a wee bit of kind of, what they called again. I can never get the name right. Car seat headrest. I feel as if there's slight similarities there. But yeah, I definitely think that, you know, it's a really catchy song. It certainly grows on you. I can't help but bob about in my seat when I listen to it. Like, I think it's great.
Good.
What did you give it?
I've just given this an 8 again. Yeah, I think it's
I've given it a 9.
10. Oh,
I've given it a 9.
Up the stakes.
Possibly. Put up the stakes, man. Possibly a 10. I would say 9/10 for me. I'm a bit biased because I chose it.
True. I wouldn't go that far, but I it's definitely grown on me the more I've listened to it, because I would have started on a 7 and then I've kind of gone to an 8. So I think.
So maybe with another listen, that'll be a 9.
Yeah. Quite possibly. So what was that? That was, I can't even remember the name of the song. So it's
Let the Lights On.
It was Let the Lights On by Sorry.
Don't feel